Simon Cheriot Simatwa, a student here at University of Technology, studying a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, and I've recently returned from Germany, and at the DAD I asked an internship exchange program. I was attached at the Institute for Material Science and Mechanics of Materials, otherwise known as in German Lehrstuhl für Werkstoff und Werkstoffmechanik. And I don't speak German, but I'm trying to learn. So under the project, I applied for the exchange under the ESTE program. It was a 3-month program starting from January, from November of last year, 2021, to January of 2022. It was 3 months, and the project I was assigned involved mostly additive manufacturing, that is 3D printing. The project concisely I was involved in the construction and the setup of an extrusion-based prototype, familiarization with additive manufacturing, and also preparations of the samples for sintering, and also material testing at the university. So my internship, I'd say, was a great success, and I'd like to encourage other students to apply when they get the chance to do so. Of course, outside of work, I was able to travel around Europe. From my experience, it was my first time leaving Kenya. It was even my first time boarding a plane. So that was really an amazing experience, and I'm really thankful to the university. Yeah, when I got to Germany, some of the I got a culture shock, of course. Everything was confusing. You can imagine leaving your country. You've never been out. The closest you've been is to Tanzania, which is it's the same with Kenya. There's not a lot of culture shock. So everything was confusing, from the food, from the language, but we are lucky that in Kenya we speak English, and everywhere across the world you just survive with English. So that was there was not that much of a language barrier, maybe sometimes talking to old people, but for the most part, most people around the world could speak English, and you won't have the language barrier. So yeah, when I go to Germany, everything was confusing. Specifically, I was always confused about the train system. They don't have the matatu over there. It's a train system, and Munich is quite a big city with something like 1 million people. So yeah, they have the train system the metro system is very complex. So you have to really understand what's happening. But good thing with IASTE, you are assigned a buddy who will show you around. So I was guided through the process, and every time I had a question, I would just talk to my buddy. The buddy was assigned with IASTE from IASTE Munich, who showed me around. Outside of work, I was able to travel actually to 6 other countries. I went to Hungary, to Budapest, Hungary, to visit another Kenyan friend. I briefly stopped when I was leaving Hungary. I stopped at Bratislava, Slovakia, and also to Czech Republic, and then finally back to Munich. That was on one weekend. That is outside of during my free time. I was able also to go to the Netherlands. I was also able to go to Austria, a town called Wesenberg, Austria. Having been a member of IASTE now, given that I'm a final year student for over 4 years now, I've made a lot of friends from all over the world who've been hosted by our institution. So while I was in Germany, I contact them. I've always maintained contact with them, and I was able to visit them within Germany. So that is, IASTE's motto is taking cultural experiences beyond Kenya's borders, and it's all about meeting new people and making friends and maintaining these linkages. So while I was in Germany, I visited all of my friends in a city called Essen, and also within the same weekend I was able to go to Cologne, a very historic city, and I also went to Dresden. To Dresden, a city up in the East Germany, in Saxony. I also visited Nuremberg, Germany, a very famous city that is just close to Munich. And also in Munich, I went to, given that football is a very big thing in Kenya, everybody knows Bayern Munich, everybody knows the Allianz Arena, so I was able to visit the stadium, and I got a tour of how the stadium looks like, and that was really amazing. It was like achieving your childhood dream, So yeah, but I'm a Chelsea fan, so if I'm ever in the UK, I'll have to visit Chelsea. So yeah, that was in Munich. Also, Munich, on the cultural side, I found Germans to be always being on time, and they're always honest. They're always on time, and they're brutally honest, because in Kenya we like to sometimes sugarcoat things, but when you find a German will just tell it as it is. So that was a new thing for me. And also keeping time, I was always on German time, because if you're late by even 20 seconds, you're going to miss your train and you're going to miss a very important scheduled meeting. So I'm really thankful to the university for supporting IASTE, the international office, and I'd like to encourage all of the students, given the chance to apply for this exchange program. It's going to be a life-changing opportunity. And personally for me, I was introduced to 3D printing is an emerging technology. It is in the field of additive manufacturing. But in additive manufacturing, the main types. There's three. There's selective laser melting, and there's powder bed machining and 3D printing. But the two of them, the two are expensive. So 3D printing is the low-cost way of manufacturing, and I think it's an emerging technology. And I think now, with all the skills that I got in Germany, I think I'm well placed now to go into this field, maybe for my postgraduate studies, or maybe in my future work career. So those are some just of the benefits of IASTE. So all the students, given the chance, please do apply for this opportunity. Thank you.